Yo, what is going on, everybody? Snods here. We're back with another video, and today we are talking about college football 26. The other day, we got gameplay for the first time, and today we are getting top 5 players at each position, offense and defense. Now, these overalls that you're seeing are for Rigs, Dynasty, all that stuff. This has nothing to do with Ultimate Team, but this is crucial because it is college football, so we're seeing a lot of players that we've never seen before. This is how it's going to be every single year with college football. We're going to get new players we've never heard of, players we're going to look out for when the season starts. So yeah, boys, if you guys are new here, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Throw a like on the video if you guys enjoy this type of content. We will be doing cut this year. We're going to be doing no money spent. Be sure to look out for that video on release day where we will start our no money spent series. All right, boys, so here we go. Let's start it off with our top 10 offensive players. Shout out to my boy, Jeremiah Smith, 98 overall. Best offensive player in the game. Next best offensive player is 3 overalls away, and that is Ryan Williams. So nobody's even close to Jeremiah Smith. I love that as an Ohio State fan. Ryan Williams is next. Jeremiah Love, Jordan Tyson, Caden Proctor, Spencer Fano, Armaj Reed Adams, Eli Stowers, Francis Muago, I probably butchered his name, and Nicholas Singleton. I know I said this before, but there's a lot of new names. There's a lot of new names that we're going to be seeing in this game. So even if you guys are just cut players, looking at this is important. You want to know what the best players are. But let's go ahead and look at the top 10 defensive players. Ohio State's taking the house again. We got Caleb Downs at 96 overall. Anthony Hill Jr. is right there behind him at Texas. TJ Parker, Dylan Stewart, Jermad McCoy, Peter Woods, Colin Simmons, Leonard Moore, Keldrick Falk, and Dylan Thieneman. So there we go. We got the best 2 players at Ohio State. Hey, man, you'd love to see it. But let's go ahead and start us off at quarterback right here. The best quarterback in the game is a 92 overall, Cade Klubnik. Number 2 is Garrett Nussmeier. I hope I'm saying that right. Number 3 is Drew Aller, Sam Leavitt at number 4. And then we got Lenoris Sellers at 5. Couple things here. I noticed that Carson Beck is not in here from Miami. That was kind of a shocker to me. We got Arch Manning is not in the top 5. Granted, he didn't really play that much at Texas last year, so there's really no reason for them to give him over a 90 overall. I'm assuming we're probably going to see him in like the high 80s, and then if he has a really good year, which I'm sure he will, we're definitely going to see him in that mid to high 90s overall. I do think out of this list, though, I do think Drew Aller is going to have a really, really good year. Moving on to running backs, Jeremiah Love is taking the number 1 spot from Notre Dame. At number 2, who I think is going to have an amazing year, is Nicholas Singleton from Penn State. Number 3 is Isaac Brown, 93. Jonah Coleman, 93. And then Micah Hughes at 92. So we got 3 guys at 93. And then 1 running back at 95. You do have to wonder what running back is going to go crazy this year. Last year, we had Ashton Genty start at like a 91. And then by the time the season was over, he was at a 97. So I'm sure we'll have somebody go off. It could be one of these guys. It could be a guy that we don't even know about. That's the beauty about college football. There could be somebody that we just have no clue about. Just go off and absolutely just go insane and get a crazy boost. I'm excited to see who that will be. Moving on to wide receiver, we got the highest overall in the game. Jeremiah Smith, as a sophomore, is a 98 overall from Ohio State. And then we've got the second highest overall in the game, and Ryan Williams from Alabama. Jordan Tyson at Arizona State. That's going to be a nice little duo. Sam Leavitt and Jordan Tyson. We got Elijah Sarrat from Indiana, and Eric Rivers from Georgia Tech. It's a pretty high overall for Georgia Tech, so that could be a good player to build around right there. Going over to tight end, we've got Vanderbilt Eli Stowers at 1. Tanner Kazoil from Houston. Max Clare from Ohio State. Never even heard of that dude, and he's already at 91. Oscar Delp from Georgia. And Jack Indries in Texas. Going to the offensive line, we got Alabama Caden Proctor. At left tackle, Spencer Fano. Francis Moigo from Miami, right tackle, 93. Armaj Reed Adams, Texas A&M. And Jordan Seaton from Colorado University. Now we're going over to the defense. We're starting with linebackers. Anthony Hill Jr. in the Mike position at Texas. This dude was an absolute dog. Texas, I feel like, is due for a very good year, honestly. We got Kyle Lewis at the will position from Pitt. Suntarine Perkins from Ole Miss at the will position. Gabe Jackus from Illinois at the same position. Austin Romaine at the mic. He's a 92 overall. An interesting mix of linebackers right there. Moving on to safety, we got our boy Caleb Downs. Probably going to be his final year at Ohio State. He's going to have a big season. 96 overall. Dylan Thienman, 93. Rod Moore, 92. Bud Clark, 92. Terry Moore, 92. Top 5 corners. I figured there would have been a few more that are, like 95 or more. I'm sure eventually we will. But the highest corner in the game is Tennessee, Jermod McCoy. And then we got Leonard Moore, Notre Dame, Chandler Rivers at Duke, 93, Avion Terrell, Clemson, 92, and then we've got Malik Muhammad, another Texas player, 92 overall. Going to our DTs, Peter Woods is starting us off here at 94 overall, Clemson. We're seeing a lot of Clemson players in these top 5s. Clemson could be a sneaky good team this year, man. Kristen Miller from Georgia, 92. Tim Keenan III from Alabama, 92. Dante Corleone, that is a badass name. Cincinnati Bearcats, 92 overall. Rayshawn Benny, 91 from Michigan. And then our edge rushers, we're starting off with another Clemson player. Dude, their pass rush is going to be crazy. They might be the new Texas from last year. I'm sure a lot of these guys are going to be getting quick jumps, so definitely Clemson might be the move for online play. They got the best quarterback and probably the best pass rush in the game. But we got TJ Parker, 95, Dylan Stewart, 94, Colin Simmons, 93, Kedrick Folk, 93, David Bailey, 93, Texas Tech. And that is it, boys. Yeah, top 5, everything. A lot of new names out there. I don't know how you guys are, but this kind of like gets me in the loop with what to look for the college football upcoming season, because we're getting a lot of new players. And before we got this game, I didn't know who like the big names were going to be for college football. I don't know how you guys are, but that's just how I was. Of course, we know who the big names are in the NFL, but college football changes every single year. You just don't know what to look for. So I'm thankful for that. We have this game to see what players we should be looking for. So when it's all said and done, taking a look at this, the top 3 teams, Clemson has 4 players that are in the top 5 at each position. Texas is tied with them at second with 4. And then we've got a two-way tie at 3, OSU and Bama. They all have 3. There's a lot of different teams out there that have 2. A couple teams on here I'm surprised by. LSU only has 1. That's a pretty strong SEC team right there. Tennessee only has 1. Georgia only has 2. Michigan's got 2. Oregon only has 2. Couple that jump out to me, of course, Clemson. I wouldn't have thought there were 4 top 5 players at each position. We've got 2 at Duke. That's an interesting one. Both of those players are in the secondary on defense, so the secondary for Duke could be pretty nasty. ASU's got a pretty nasty duo there. They've got a top 5 player at quarterback in Sam Leavitt. And then they've got the receiver that is top 5 also. I can't remember his name. It is Jordan Tyson. I would not have thought here that Clemson would have had the most, I guess, powerhouse players in the game, but they do. So that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm out of here. Peace.